Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about alchemists and basically sharing with you everything I know about alchemists. It's going to be pretty interesting. I managed to figure out how to deal more damage to bosses than almost any class out there. So a lot of people kind of say alchemist sucks, and I'm really just here to prove you guys wrong, or at least give you ideas if anything else. So let me get right to it. It's like the fifth time I recorded this video. I keep taking way too long than I need to, so I'm just going to get right to the points here. If you have any questions, we'll get to that. So first things first, you need relics, period. I don't care what you guys say. You need relics. T10, T9, get them. I'll explain. I have a video actually, so I have a video explaining how to get them. If you can't get them by yourself, just go ahead and buy them for silver. Farm the dungeons for items, sell the items, and then you can find someone on the Discord servers to buy them from. Again, I have the 3 Discord servers linked below, so go to those servers, spam in the general chat until you find someone that'll sell them to you. Heck, I'll even sell you the T10 ones. So real quick, I'm going to build up energy and explain how the special attack works. So of course you throw out a brew. In the brew, you can't see it because it's layered, but there are 3 puddles here. Let me throw one right in the center there. So 1 there, 2 there, 3 there. You can kind of see how they're layered. So that's important as we talk about how exactly this special works. Okay, so here are my stats for how the Alchemist special works exactly. And I can kind of skip over a few things, but basically this is your base damage. So if you look at your brew when you throw it, you'll have a non-crit, and then you'll have a crit, and your crit basically goes right off your multiplier and your willpower. So if you look at your willpower, you see your crit multiplier, just multiply that number by your non-crits, you get your crits. It also seems to go off your crit chance. So doing a little bit of math, I found that your average damage per tick is about 1800, at least it was for me. And again, these ticks, because there are 3 puddles, you have to multiply that by 3. So for every brew I threw, I was averaging about 5k DPS, 5.4k DPS. Now, the brews that you throw last 5 seconds. Okay, you throw one, and it immediately ticks right here. And then it'll tick here, 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 here. It basically ticks 5 times, okay? And it lasts 5 seconds. So, as you can imagine, it ticks once per second. Now, you can throw a new brew, every 1.5 seconds. That's the delay on the cast time, okay? So, after doing a little bit of math, you can see this is the duration of one brew. So I throw it, and it starts ticking, and then I can throw another one, and I can throw another one, and another one here, and so on and so forth. So after you start the fight, and you start throwing as many brews onto the boss as possible, you can see that you get into this pattern where you have 3 brews up for 1, 2, and then 4 brews, and then 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4. So for most of the time you have 3 brews up, 2/3 of the time you have 3 brews up, 1/3 of the time you'll have 4 brews active, okay? So if you look over here, 1 brew, damage per second, again, it's the same as here. But if you have 2 brews stacked, that's more and more and more. So I basically just took this, right, the max average DPS. So I started taking DPS from here and down. So this is after the fight gets underway. This is what I was averaging, okay, right around 18k DPS. So this is really important for me. I'm just kind of showing you guys how I understand how it works, so that I was able to make these builds for you guys and kind of piece things together and tell you what's best in slot and what's not best in slot. Okay, so back to the gameplay. So now that you know how that works, let me actually demonstrate real quick. Let me get enough energy. I'm gonna ask. Okay, so 1, 2. Okay, so there's 2, there's 3, and I'll be able to hit 4. And as soon as I hit 4, the first one disappears. Then the second one, then the third one if I stop, and go so forth. Right? So you could have 4 out at any time max, but most of the time just 3. Okay. So let's go straight into the build. Alchemaster. Obviously, for any build, you always want your class master card. Okay, it's 25 to every single attribute. That's huge. Okay, period. I'm just gonna leave it there. Next card. So this is an Alchemist specific card, Enfeebling Brew. Now read this card. It's absolutely a beast card. Okay, so basically what that says, you can pause it and read it, but anything that you hit with your potion or your brew, it's going to be taking 30% extra damage. So that means you deal more damage to it, your buddy deals more damage to it, your grandma who just started playing the game yesterday does more damage to it, everyone, okay? So it's an insane card. It's basically like an extra Nemesis, right? So Nemesis increases your damage by 25. This is going to increase your damage by 30 and your friends by 30. Okay, so especially if you're in a group, run this. And if you're not in a group, you still want to run this. Okay, again, it's basically like a Nemesis card. Now, so this is kind of a flex position right here. I run the T2 hard mode or spawning nest hard a lot just to get a lot of silver so I can make these builds for you guys. So this one kind of flexes in and out. If I'm doing, for example, let's say I'm doing T10, I can put Infernal Nemesis on here for more fire damage, or I can even put Infernal Veteran for reduced damage, okay? But these cards right here, I would stick to these, okay? Let's say you just want a card here that can work for any situation. Okay, let me show you a few cards that'll work for any situation, just so you can make your build. So let me go first to Alchemist and show you a couple other handy cards. Now this one, let's say you don't want to deal more damage, but you want to be a little bit safer. So this, as your brew that you hit on, let's say the boss, right? The boss will start to deal less damage for 3 seconds, same as this, 3 seconds. But you keep throwing brews every second and a half, so 25% damage less. I don't really like it because I just like to do more damage, move faster. So another option could be this one, Caustic Brew. Your brews deal extra damage. Now the reason I don't use this is because I kill the boss in about 3 seconds, a little bit more, maybe like between 3 and 4 seconds. So I won't really get a lot of use from my brews and their damage because it builds up, right? It's a damage over time, not a smack in the face, right? This card right here, Enfeebling Brew, is a smack in the face. I love it. Okay, so let's go back. A couple other cards that you can use if you go into critical. You don't need follow-up. This is one of the classes you don't need follow-up on just because you have so much energy anyways. So don't use that. I kind of like press the attack. It's a fun one. Just increases your attack speed. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it can be used in some scenarios. If you have Vital Damage and Vital Strike, those are also both good cards. Vital Damage, Vital Strike. This one's Strike Chance, Critical Strike Chance, and this one's Strike Damage. I go with Damage just because sometimes my Critical Strike is already like way through the roof, so I would go with Damage between those two. But again, any of these cards, guys, will work. But again, stick with this one, stick with this one, stick with this one. Okay, this last one you can flex in and out. You can ask me, hey, Kel, does this work well for X, Y, and Z? Yeah, sure. So go ahead and ask me down in the comments about those. I'm happy to answer. So I'm going to go ahead and just demonstrate what this looks like. I did promise you guys a little bit of a taste here, and I'll kind of this will basically be my proof, as in, hey guys, look, Alchemist isn't bad. So again, going to the dungeon here, I'm going to do a little bit of a walk through and explain what's happening. So I can move pretty fast. I'm an Alchemist. Alchemists are fast, almost as fast as infiltrators, but infiltrators have their special shadow stealth move, right, which makes them move faster. So not that fast, but definitely like the second fastest class right here, boys, right here. So you can see they're not even hitting me. Okay, I can take this hand off. Look, I'm just running past these guys. I'm so fast. Again, relics. Even if I do get hit, right? Even if I do get hit here, I'm not taking that much damage, and I have potions for that too. So even though I run through this, I don't clear it. I just kind of speed through it. Okay, I went the wrong way. I got slowed. Get some energy. Again, for my weapon, I don't know if I went over gear yet in this one. I've recorded this like 5 times, so before I get to the boss, I'll stop and show you my gear. So first thing, I do have a T10 staff. Fully max leveled. Now, why quad spread? People might ask. Quad spread, you can stand a good distance away from the boss, and you see, like, what's the angle on that? Okay, so if I aim this kind of straight to the right, hold on, straight to the right, you can see the angle's only like 45 degrees, right? Whereas if I'm shooting penta, it's like if I shoot it straight this way, right? The angle's like way over here. It's almost like 90, maybe even more. I think it's even more. But anyways, this is just a closely tight-knit group of shots, projectiles. So I can stand pretty far back and still hit this guy with all my shots. Okay, so it's a good solo weapon, right? It's a good solo prefix. If I had a sentinel buddy to run with me, like everywhere I went, hands down, a penta, just go penta. If you know you're gonna have your sentinel friend, he can just throw your shield up and you can stand in the shield. Okay. Alchemist is like the best for duos. I think I said that already, but the best in duos because of enfeebling, right? Everyone's gonna be dealing more damage with you around because you have enfeebling brew. It's amazing. One of the best cards. Okay. So again, I use this. You can use penta. I'm sure there are other options, but I do like multiple shots. Multiple shots means more damage, especially if you're hitting all of them. So I like quad because I'm solo a lot of the time. I'm just running T9 gear just to demonstrate. Of course, when you get T10, throw it on. For charms, I really I'm kind of don't want to talk too much about charms yet because I haven't made a video. I'm not 100% sure what I like. I definitely like rate of attack, but I haven't tested everything. So if you're desperate for charm advice, just go rate of attack. It's better than some of the ones I tested, but not better than everything that I know of. So here goes. I'm just throwing as many things on him as well. I'm just drinking potions, and you can see here his second attack didn't even finish before I killed him. Insane. Some loot as well. So that's the video, guys. Pretty cool class. I really like the Alchemist. I kind of feel like he was getting crapped on a little bit too much, so this was the first build kind of tutorial that I made. I promise I'll make a druid tutorial as well as soon as like I get my weapon from the store. It'll be out in like another 5 hours, so maybe tomorrow you guys can expect to see that video. But as always, guys, I got the 3 discords down below. Please go in there and ask questions before before trying to find me on Discord. Everyone in the general chat is helpful, guys, and I often don't have time to respond to all my Discord DMs. So if you want a quick response, go to the Discords. They're all good. Go to the general chat, ask questions, as well as just look for Seth when he's online streaming. I don't think he ever has missed a question in his chat, so definitely go there, ask him questions. And as always, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you really like me and my Alchemist, subscribe. If you don't like Alchemist, you should subscribe. Oh, if you plan on playing an Alchemist, you should subscribe. Basically, just subscribe and like the video. If you have any questions about how to subscribe, you can post those down in the comments down below. No, but for real, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the help and support I get. I really enjoy making the videos, and it's nice to see that some people get some use out of them. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.